I love you. 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 Mm-hmm. I love you. 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 Love you. How's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning into the Lionel Show, your number one source for real life situation entertainment. Remix. Hey yo, what up? It's Lionel. You know me. I can rap, I can act, I can dance. It's a dream, but see me, I'm a G from the D in the streets, making cream on the scene. At the team, I make them scream. But then again, I think you a D. They put me on TV and hold me down in my town. I see you haters with a frown. I'm from the mile. If y'all heard, we have to. We a clown. We got more money than that dude you call a king with a crown. What? Listen, man. My real life situation for this show is. Listen, man. I'm gonna call it a snap experience because I was at a store recently that I won't mention, but I was just buying some cookies, you guys. Sometimes I like wafers and things like that. This particular time it was, I think, some wafers, okay? The lady rung my things up and threw it. So, again, I said it was wafers. So wafers, they kind of crumble if you drop them wrong or they hit the wrong corner. You get a little crumble, which creates an extra mess. And I have OCD, so that really, 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 really bothered me. But I gave her a pass because RIP to my mom. I know that women go through a lot, especially when they're working jobs like that where they have to be a cashier. So I get it, and I'm going to dedicate this whole show to women empowerment because, listen, sometimes a crack in the cookie sometimes a crack in a cookie you should not let that bother your whole mood, okay? And, sometimes it's okay to just let something go. And I just let it go. And I know some people are like, oh, you should have called her manager or you should have, and the thing is, it was the last pack of that particular style of cookie, guys. So I really had no choice but to keep it. I couldn't even switch it. So I'm just going to chuck it up as a loss. And I did, actually. So everybody like, oh man, you should have got her manager, this and that. I'm just like, no, I'll just talk about it and I'll just understand that women go through a lot, and I'm going to take the L. But tell me what you guys would have did in that scenario. Anyways, I'm just going to move on from there. My food, speaking of cookies, my food for this show is, listen guys, on the last show, and speaking of this whole show, listen, this episode is literally a piggyback off of the last episode, man. We had so much footage, and I just feel like I owe you guys that much. So between Africa, or Egypt and Africa, the Bahamas, and a little bit of Australia, I'm gonna give you guys, the rest. Well, not the rest, but the most of the rest of the footage for from the last episode, because I just thought the footage was, amazing, good views, everything. Anyways, my food for this show is, and I brushed past it on the last episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what it is right now. It's breakfast in Egypt. Okay, you guys probably seen a picture on the last one, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like and what it tasted like. Right, and everything. I'm gonna do how breakfast started. Just the honest review on it, so I'll let you know how that goes and how it's going. It's good. Coffee? No, nothing. Thank you. It's good. W's. Now, my songs for this show is, I'm going to dedicate it to, like I said, woman empowerment. So it's going to be dedicated to 10 queens, starting with Beyonce. I'm going to give you some songs that she have, and I'm going to give you songs from everybody. And I call these, I'm just going to call these some of my top queens in the music industry, okay? So started with Beyonce, and I'm gonna get, and this is the reason why, like, and it's all, some of this is motivated by DDG. Speaking of woman empowerment, I'm gonna tell you more, guys, more about that later. Anyways, so name 10 songs, right? So it's a whole running thing where it's like, name five DDG songs. A particular person said something like, something to the back of your head, name 10 DDG, name 5 DDG songs, right? So that's what inspired me. Like, okay, so if you consider yourself a queen of something, a queen of music, right? Can we name 10 of your hits? And I think this is all inspired by that. Anyways, listen. So starting with Beyonce, Drunk in Love. Next, Single Ladies. Next, Me, Myself, and I. Next, If I Were a Boy. Next, Crazy in Love. Next, Run the World. Next, Best Thing I Never Had. Next, Halo. Halo. Let that sink in. No jokes right there. All right, anyways, Irreplaceable. Next is Naughty Girl. Now, of course, man, you guys know I had to bring my one of my best females ever, okay? Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potions, Feeling Myself, Itty Bitty Piggy, Moment for Life, Only, Truffle Butter, Bees in the Trap, Starships, Anaconda, Did It On Them, okay? Next, we have Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero, Blank Space, Shake It Off, Love Story, You Belong With Me, Cruel Summer, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, Getaway Car, I Knew You Were Trouble, Wildest Dreams. Next, we have Rihanna with Needed Me, Only Girl in the World, Brew Boy, Take a Bow. Listen, Disturbia, Umbrella. Umbrella is so powerful, and I got to stop on that one because, listen, Umbrella, listen, man, I don't know if you guys know, but I went to TV, film, acting, and modeling class. Not class, but like school, actually. And that's how I learned a lot of things that I know as far as music and entertainment and fashion. Anyways, long story short, Umbrella was what we had to walk out on the catwalk when I was doing my modeling class. And that song will forever go down in history because I was one of the only guys in my class, and I'm not gonna say in the whole TV modeling acting school, but I will say I was one of the only ones in my class, and I take full credit for that. Anyways, long story short, Umbrella, like, when I tell you guys I can walk so good to that song, like, because I just remember, like, I don't know, it's a vibe, bro. Anyways, listen, Work featuring Drake. Listen, Love the Way You Lie featuring Eminem, and We Found Love featuring Calvin Harris. And then, come on, man, Live Your Life featuring T.I. Bangers, okay? Now, interestingly enough, some of Rihanna's biggest songs were featuring people. So I'm just wondering, like, why didn't she perform like some or feature anybody on the stage? I'm thinking maybe, or what she did, like the Super Bowl or whatever. I'm just maybe wondering, maybe it's because you know, she didn't want to leave anybody out, so she's like, just leave everybody out. I don't know, but that's just interesting to me. I don't know, just a thought. Anyways, moving on. Katy Perry, listen, Firework, Dark Horse, E.T., Hot and Cold, Roar. Listen, The One That Got Away, Birthday, California Girls, Chained to the Rhythm, and I Kissed a Girl. Come on, man, Katy Perry, you already know she got those slappers, man. Those good songs for sure. Listen, Whitney Houston, greatest love of all. Come on, bro. I will always love you. My love is your love. Listen, how will I know? I have nothing. I want to dance with somebody. Run to you. Where do broken hearts go? I'm every woman. I'm your baby tonight. Like, these are songs where you just know, like, okay, I get it. I get it. You just hear yourself saying, I get it. Anyways, Mariah Carey, guys, listen. Always Be My Baby. All I Want for Christmas, the So Def remix. Listen, Vision of Love. Love Takes Time. Someday, Can't Let Go. Make It Happen. Listen, Without You. Fantasy. Come on, man. You know Fantasy because of the last show. I talked about it a little bit anyways. And Honey, okay? This is why I call them the queens of music, because when you can list 10 songs like that, it just hit different. You know, even if you can list 5 songs, 5 hits from somebody, that's a certified person to admire in the music industry, okay? Some people, they get 1 hit and they like, oh, or 2 hits. Oh, they're a legend. No, they're not. These are legends that I'm talking about here. Okay, anyways, next is Adele. Somebody Like You, Rolling in the Deep, I Miss You, Hello. Riverlia, Love in the Dark, All I Ask, Set Fire to the Rain, We Were, when, Set Fire to the Rain, When We Were Young, and Remedy. Come on, guys. Adele, you already know what I'm getting at when I say Adele. You already know what's going on. Next, Mary J. Blige, guys. Real Love, No More Drama, Just Fine, Everything, I Can Love You, Be Without You, I'm Going Down, If You Ain't Around. You know that song. Anyways, You Remind Me, Not Gonna Cry, Enough Crying. Now, those Mary J. Blige songs, listen, my mom loved Mary J. Blige, and I'm sure 100% that, because you guys know I told you about Monica and, you know, how she did the Nicki Minaj show. You guys go look at that show when I went to her concert. Anyways, long story short, my mom loved Monica, but Mary J. Blige is another one that she absolutely loved. I'm just throwing it out there. Monica is an honorable mention, but she didn't make my my women of all time list right now. Anyways, next we got Miley Cyrus, Flowers, See You Again, Malibu, We Can't Stop, Party in the USA, 7 Things, Used to Be Young, Can't Be Tamed, Midnight Sky, and When I Look at You. Come on, bro. Like, when I say I just named 10 queens, I named 10 queens, baby. 10 queens, baby. Let's get it. 10 queens. You cannot go wrong with it. My clothing for this show is, come on, guys, you already know, TLS All In. That's just click clothing and you'll find it right there. And obviously, get TLSinspired.com, baby. That's where you really go and get like the updated clothing line and anything you need clothing wise. Get TLSinspired.com. Just that simple, guys. So that's how you cop. You go to gettlsinspired.com. Now, for entertainment news, The Breakfast Club will always be my go-to radio show because the segments, that they continue to add, keep people like me who are always on the go, up to date in entertainment. I mean, it's just that simple. I can't even think of a show that's like completely segmented to the T like that, that can't get me moved. That can get me moved like The Breakfast Club. So we're just gonna leave it at that. And the other hosts that they added, 100% great. We're gonna leave them, and we're just gonna leave it at that for right now. Now, entertainment. That was entertainment news. Now, internet news. DDG did a love show, and it was amazing. That's my opinion. DDG did a love show, and it was amazing until India Love showed up. That's what she said. No, and I'm speaking for some other viewers that said that. Now, let me try to help you guys get an idea of why it was cool to see India Love on the show, on the new love show that DG created, was because whether the girls want to admit it or not, the girls were actually a continuation of what India Love, well, of the triangle that India Love, DDG, and another female that I mentioned on the last show had going on. So it kind of was, even though India Love wasn't a contestant, she was a continuation from DDG's most recent content. So for her to show up, it kind of, honestly, at first I was like, well, why is she there? And then second, I was like, you know what? Actually, it do make sense because she was his latest content girl. Whether they are together or not, that's not my business. And I'm not even here to speak on that. But I'm just saying in general, she was his latest content girl. So these girls don't know that they are a continuation of that. So for them to call her a bully and this and that, it's not really 100% fair, because I've never seen women who bite their tongue and then all of a sudden want to say something afterwards, unless they're scared or they 100% respect someone. I've never seen it where all of a sudden they're tough and it's almost like they're bullying her because they said everything that they had to say after she left. I don't know. This was the craziest situation I've ever seen with females. And I'm just shocked that it happened like that, because what the heck? You know, like, how did they get to that point where they didn't say nothing while India Love was there? Even the girl with the tattoo said that she was going to remove the tattoo, but then after India left, she said, no, I'm not going to remove it. It's like, stand on what you guys standing on, you know? I think that's what made DDG furious, because he's like, okay, because his initial reaction was, he like, okay, maybe these girls are going to like try to attack India or something like that. But it was just one of those things where the girls were kind of cornered too, because they were in a situation where they had to, or their living situation where, you know, it's kind of like if you're on a vacation and this person has all of your vacation food, living, and flights and stuff in their hands, you're not going to be that bold and boss up at them at the moment. So I think that's why the girls waited to the reunion to like boss up and say, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, and this, and she, I didn't like this, and I didn't like that. So it was I don't know, it was kind of interesting, guys. I don't know. He said he may do a love show part 2, or what is it called? The Are You My Ball? He said he might do another one, but either way, I think it was a great concept. The India Love thing. I think it had a purpose to it, and also, like they said, it was a sub goal to get India Love there. So I think people just didn't I think the ladies didn't understand that they were coming after India Love's content with DDG. So even though it wasn't the first show that India Love was on, they're coming after that content. So it made sense for her to appear, because she's reclaiming her spot as DDG's content girl, you know, for the moments after the show. So I think it was worth it, you know. I think it worked. And everybody's talking about it, maybe whether it be negative or good. Remember, even back in the day, they used to say all content is good content, and I still kind of agree with that. Like, all publicity is good publicity, bad or good. And in this case, some people don't like the fact that India Love came there, but I think some of those are people that just are India Love haters anyway, to be honest. People that just don't want to see somebody like India Love happy, especially with somebody like DDG, who they also don't want to see happy. So it's just like, that's what I think it is. It's not even about India Love coming on there and trying to bully the girls and this and that. I think it's deeper than that. So I don't know. I just think it's a misunderstanding, the whole thing. Anyways, speaking of, or just moving on, okay? Local news, guys. Listen, this is episode 3 of season 18 of the Lionel Show. Thank you guys so much. If you watch, I don't care if you watch 1/4, I don't care if you watch 1/4 of a second of the Lionel Show seasons 1 through 17 and some of 18 or whatever you watched. I don't care if you've watched, listen, I don't care if you thought about watching. I don't care if you just said the Lionel Show, that you were going to watch it. I don't care how you did it. Listen, thank you guys so much. If the Lionel Show is even if you said just TLS, the letters TLS. If you said the, okay, that's good enough. And I thank you, okay? Thank you guys so much for supporting me thus far. But listen, with that being said, I feel like I would be nothing if I didn't help other people become at least somewhat successful, or to a success that they are happy with. So as you guys know, I've helped thousands of people become millionaires right now. And, you know, our new goal is now 10,000 people becoming millionaires. And to join that team, all you have to do is go to TLS2009.com, and we'll show you guys how to become at least a millionaire, you guys. But let's talk, guys. Listen, a lot of things be going on with, you know, the people who I've already helped become millionaires. And this is the thing. Guys, if you want to become billionaires, I'm talking to my millionaires that I've helped already. If that's not you, then go join the team on the other site while I talk to my fellow the millionaires that I've already helped. Listen, stop trying to compete with billionaires. Don't try to put money in a pool where your money will get drowned, because that's one of the fastest ways to lose your millionaire status. Okay, guys, don't do that. Just focus, guys. Focus. Stop trying to compare to other millionaires. So for example, don't try to. Let's say, for example, someone has an office. You want a bigger office, right? But instead of you grinding and making more money in the office that you have, you want to get the biggest office just to try to compare to other millionaires. That's not the smartest thing to do. So try. And then another thing millionaires try to do is they want to try to out-rent the other millionaire. So out-renting the other millionaire. So sometimes they'll try to rent the biggest Airbnb or the biggest house, or to rent the best car. And like, my thing is, if you can't buy it, then maybe you shouldn't be trying to like out-rent the next billionaire. Focus on trying to outbuy the next millionaire. If you can't do that, then just focus on making the money so you can buy instead of trying to out-rent someone. That's just my opinion on that. And that'll help you save money as well. That's my whole point of this talk. Now, also, one thing millionaires got to stop trying to do is trying to be famous. Let the fame catch up to your money. That's the best thing I can tell you guys. And that's just a little bit of advice from my, the millionaires that we've already helped become millionaires. Other than that, guys, keep doing your thing. I'm just talking to like the few that can possibly, because I try to pay attention to some of the people I've helped become millionaires, and sometimes they're going on the wrong path, and I just want to help them, because it's not really healthy to almost waste your money on something that really doesn't help your business completely. So renting things, for example, and spending it on fame is not really the best moves. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys so much, and comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. I'm taking you all over the world. Make sure you subscribe, and right now we're in Egypt.